Hi everyone, I'm Alexa and I'm going to be guiding you through some stretching. So this style of yoga is known as Yin Yoga, and we're going to be holding different stretching postures for several minutes. So you're going to want to make sure that you have a strap or something that can act as a strap nearby. And we're going to start by coming into a comfortable seat. So we're going to really just establish our breath, connecting to our bodies to the present moment. So coming to an easy, comfortable seat, you can allow the palms to either face down onto the thighs for a bit of grounding energy, or allow the palms to face up for a bit more receiving energy. So just taking a brief moment here to notice what you need, and then allow the eyes to close. Beginning to tune into your breath, nothing to change or fix, just noticing the breath moving through the body. Feel the spine lengthen as you sit up just a little bit taller. Let the shoulders melt down away from the ears. Take a deep inhale through the nose, fill up, breathing into the chest, the belly, the base of the spine. Exhale, let it go out the mouth. Seal your lips, begin to breathe in and out through the nose. Maybe you notice as you bring a bit of awareness to the breath. Can the inhales become a bit longer? The exhales a bit more full, more complete. Slowly allow the eyes to open. Can roll out through the shoulders. We're going to start by coming to tabletop. So warming up with some cat-cows before we begin more of our Yin Yoga stretching postures. So from our tabletop, you want the wrists to be right under the shoulders. Spread the fingertips wide, knees under the hips. We'll take a deep inhale here to arch the back. Let the eye gaze lift. And exhale to round, curl in, finding cat pose. So moving a bit slower here to start. Inhale, arch the back, let the eye gaze lift. Exhale to round, curl in. Press the mat away. We'll take two more here. Big inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, look up. Exhale to round, curl in, really taking your time. Last one, big inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, look up. And exhale to round, curl in. Come back to neutral spine here. You can walk the fingertips a couple inches forward here. We're going to extend the right leg back. So you're going to tuck the right toes here and just take a couple pulses back and forth. Warming up through the back of the right leg. So we're going to be doing a lot of stretching for the low body. So just taking a moment here to maybe feel that nice stretch in the calf, the back of the knee, a few more pulses. And then staying at center, slide the right foot down to the mat. You're going to reach the right arm up. We're in a supported side plank here. So activating through our core, really reach through the right fingertips. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, right hand comes back down to the mat, right knee down to the mat. One breath here back in tabletop before we move to the left side. Extend your left foot back, tucking the toes under. Couple pulses, forward and back. Maybe you notice any differences on this side of the body. Making sure the breath is deep and full here, couple pulses. And when you feel even on this side, you can stay back at center. We'll move into our supported side plank. Spin the sole of the left foot down this time. You're going to reach the left arm up. Really reach through the left fingertips. Keep sending energy up. A few more big breaths. We'll take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, left hand comes down, stabilizing you. The left knee comes back to the mat. From here, tuck the toes under, send the hips up and back. Only one down dog here. You can pedal out through the feet if that feels good. Deep, full breath. And as you're ready, just land in stillness. Tap your knees down to the mat. We'll come into a child's pose. So release the tops of the feet down. Knees come mat width distance. You can walk the fingertips forward. If the forehead feels far from the mat, just make a pillow with your hands. Might even feel nice to roll the forehead side to side. Release any tension in the neck and the shoulders. And as you're ready, begin to walk the fingertips back up, coming to sit onto the shins. Sit your hips to one side. We'll swing the legs around. So we're going to come onto our back. So make sure you have your strap handy. We're going to stretch the low body. Come down onto the back. You're going to extend. You're going to reach the strap around your foot and then extend it up towards the sky. We'll start with the right leg. And just noticing, flexing through the foot. You might feel a deep stretch here. If you're not, you can walk your hands up the strap, pulling gently. Now this left leg, you can keep the sole of the foot planted, or to intensify the stretch, you can even straighten the leg. You might feel a nice stretch through the hip flexor on the left side. And just allow the shoulders to stay grounded onto the mat. So in this style of yoga, you don't want to be straining or really pulling. You want to feel a stretch, but come to a place where you can hold it here for a couple moments, couple deep breaths. You want to keep the breath deep and full to allow the body to know that it's okay to stretch. You can choose to stay here. You can bring both sides of the strap into the right hand and just allow the right leg to come over towards the right side. So it might be really easy to drop that leg over, but you want to keep both hips grounded. So that left hand can even come to your hip to make sure it's grounded. And this can start to feel intense. So whenever you need to back off, you can always bring your leg back to center. A few moments here to try to see what this feels like in the body. Bringing the leg out to the right and back to center. We'll hold it here at center for a few deep breaths. Maybe you find you want to walk your hands up the strap ever so slightly. And last bit here on this right side, we'll bring both sides of the strap into the left hand. We're going to allow the right leg to come over towards the left. So this you might feel much more intense stretch. So it doesn't need to be a big movement. Again, make sure both hips stay planted onto the mat. A couple big deep breaths here. And as you're ready, slowly bring your right leg back to center. To release, bend your knee, slipping the strap over the foot, and extend the right leg long. You can reach the arms long overhead, just taking a full body stretch before we move into the left side. And as you're ready, you can start by bending the right knee, right sole of the foot will plant. You can slip the strap around the left foot. So just starting here, noticing how this feels. Maybe you want to take the stretch a bit further. Maybe this feels good on this side. Making sure you're not gripping with the shoulders. Let the shoulders relax. You can keep that right foot planted, or you can extend the right foot out. Deep breath here. Noticing, observing any differences between the sides of the body without any judgment. Couple more big breaths here. This style of stretching, this style of yoga is all about staying in a calm, relaxed state. You can choose to stay here. If you would like to take it one step further, both sides of the strap can come into the left hand and gently allow the left leg to come out to the side. Your right hand can come to your hip, making sure you're not rolling onto the side. So really ground through the sit bones, through the hips. Left leg out to the side. Deep, full breath here. If at any point this becomes too intense, you can always bring your left leg back to center. A few breaths here to experiment, to give it a try. And as you're ready, bring your left leg up to center. Couple breaths here. And then last little bit, if you would like to, both sides of the strap can come into the right hand this time, and just allow the leg to cross over the body. It doesn't need to be a big movement here to really feel a deep stretch through the back of the left leg. Remember to stay breathing. And as you're ready, bring your left leg back to center. Last few breaths here. Maybe you find yourself wanting to walk your fingertips up the strap ever so slightly, going just a bit deeper. And as you're ready, bend through the right knee, planting the sole of the foot down. Gently bend your left knee to release the strap. You can bring the strap to the side of the mat for now. And from here, feet come mat width distance. Allow the knees to touch. One hand comes to the heart, one hand comes to the belly. Allow the eyes to close, taking a few deep breaths here. Allow the eyes to gently open, walking the feet back in. Extend the left foot out. So we're gonna hug the right knee in to our chest. So working to draw the right knee towards the shoulder. So not in towards the ribs, but out towards the shoulder. Getting a nice stretch for the hip. Couple more deep breaths. And you're always welcome to let the eyes close, or you can keep the eyes open, whatever feels most comfortable to you. We'll take a few more deep breaths here. And as you're ready, release the hands, extend the right leg out. And we'll move on to the left side. So interlacing the fingertips, reaching right below the left knee, working to draw the left knee towards the shoulder. Deep breath here. Gaze can be softer, the eyes can close. the mind feels restless or anxious, just bring your awareness and your focus back to your breath, following the inhales, following the exhales. A few more deep breaths here. And slowly release, taking your time. You can extend the left foot out for a moment. You can shake out through the knees. And as you're ready, we're going to draw both knees in towards the chest. So you can either reach right below the knees, or maybe you work to reach for the forearms or the elbows. Allowing the shoulders, back of the head, the neck to stay grounded. Deep, full breath. And slowly release. From here, we're going to come into a gentle supine twist. So shift your hips over to the right side. We're going to allow both of the knees to fall over to the left. And bring your arms out to a cactus here. And just allow the eyes to close or gaze be soft. Nice twist for the spine. Detoxifying through the internal organs. Take a few more deep breaths here. And then as you're ready, using your core strength, lift the knees back up to center. And we'll shift the hips over to the left side. And as you're ready, allow both of the knees to fall over to the right, cactusing through the arms. Deep, deep breath here. Few more big breaths here. And then as you're ready, lift both knees back up to center. You can extend your legs out long for a moment, shaking out through the knees. And as you're ready, we'll flip over onto the belly. So moving into some back bends to really stretch out through the low back. So we're going to start by bringing the arms long at the sides here. So you want the palms pressing into the mat. Tops of the feet pressing down into your mat as well. Take an inhale to lift up. So lifting the head and chest. Tops of feet and hands stay grounded. Breathe here. If it feels okay here, maybe you work to lift the fingertips up. One more big inhale and exhale to release down. You can make a pillow with your hands. Wiggle the hips side to side. Release any tension through the low back. And we'll take one more back bend. We'll move into Sphinx pose. So allowing the forearms to plant down onto the mat, spread the fingertips wide, elbows are right under the shoulders. Allow the eye gaze to lift up, opening through the heart. Deep breath here. Getting into the middle back. Final few deep breaths here. And as you're ready, slowly lower back down. From here, hands can come under the shoulders, tuck the toes, pressing back through tabletop. You can come to sitting onto the shins, sit your hips down onto the mat. We're going to come into some seated stretches, so make sure you have your strap handy. We're gonna start with our single leg stretch. So extend your right foot out. Left sole of the foot is gonna come to inner thigh. So you wanna make sure all 5 toes of the right foot are pointing straight up. You wanna sit up tall in the sit bones so you can tent the fingertips, creating a bit of space through the spine. We're gonna take an inhale, keep your strap handy. Inhale to reach up, and exhale, slight twist, fold forward. So maybe you reach for the toes, you have your strap nearby, so you can always place the strap around the ball of the foot, holding both ends. We're gonna be here for a little bit, so let the head and neck relax. Coming to a place where you feel a stretch through the back of the right leg, maybe you feel it through the low back, but you can continue to breathe, to let your body, your mind know that you're okay. Maybe you find with each breath that you want to move just a little bit deeper. So you can always walk your hands further down the strap. Or on the other end, you might find that you want to pull back. So walk your hands a bit further away. Always listening, honoring where you're at, how you're feeling today. Few more big breaths here. And then as you're ready, slowly walk your hands back down the strap, coming to sit up. We'll switch sides. So this time we'll extend our left leg out. Right sole of the foot will come to the inner thigh. Again, sitting up tall in the sit bones, so it always helps to tent the fingertips. Take an inhale to reach up, find length. And as you exhale, fold forward. So option to reach for the foot or for the shin, but you also have your strap. So you can always interlace that around the ball of the foot. And once you arrive, nothing to do here but breathe. Every inhale, maybe you find yourself creating space. Every exhale, folding just a bit deeper. Few more big breaths here. So just like that first side, if you want to pull back a little bit, hands come further away from your foot, or if you want to take it a bit further, walk your hands a bit closer towards the foot. And as you're ready, slowly begin to release, rolling the spine back up. You can place your strap over to the side. We're going to come into a wide straddle stretch. So whichever way you would like to face. Again, tent the fingertips outside of the hips to really sit up tall. You want to flex all 10 toes up towards the sky. So maybe this feels like enough of a stretch already. You're more than welcome to stay right here. If you want to take it a bit further, you can just begin to walk the fingertips out any amount. Maybe you find the forearms want to plant or the palms plant. Wherever you are, let the head and neck relax. It's always a good idea to just shake the head, yes, no. Notice if there's any tension, any gripping with the shoulders. So often in these stretches that really stretch the legs and the hips, we tend to clench the shoulders. So keep the upper body relaxed as you send your breath into the low body. And just like our previous stretches, maybe you find with every breath you can go a bit further, or maybe you want to pull back. So really just listening, noticing, observing how the body feels. We'll take a few more big breaths here. As you're ready, you can begin to walk the fingertips back up. We have a couple more forward folds here. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, coming into our butterfly stretch, Baddha Konasana. So hands come to the outsides of the feet. Take an inhale to find length and exhale to round forward. Any amount. Making sure you're staying connected to your breath, allowing your breath to be your anchor for each of these stretches. As you're ready, begin to roll the spine back up. Last forward fold, we're going to extend both legs long in front of us, flexing through the feet. So it might feel nice to shake out through the knees, maybe flex and point, roll out through the ankles, release any tension. So we're going to press the palms down. So first coming into staff pose, sitting up tall in the spine, really feeling that length that you create. Let the shoulders melt down away from the ears. And we're going to move into our seated forward fold a little differently. We're going to start to walk the fingertips forward any amount. So it's okay to find some rounding through the spine. And once you feel like you can't walk the fingertips further anymore, just fold. Always can have a soft bend to the knees here. The backs of the legs feel tight. Sometimes it even feels nice to bend the knees a lot so the torso can really rest onto the legs. So taking whatever variation feels best for you. We'll be here for a few deep, deep breaths. Taking your time here, moving slow, begin to walk the fingertips back up, rolling the spine up. We're gonna come to a comfortable seat. So we just did a lot of forward folds, so we're really gonna open up through the heart. We're gonna take some seated cat-cows. So either coming to an easy cross-legged seat, or if it feels more comfortable, you can come onto the shins. We're gonna interlace the fingertips. We're gonna take an inhale to reach the arms up, arch the back. So we're finding that cow spine from when we started. And then as you exhale, we're gonna round the spine, finding our cat. So arching the back, reaching up, big breath in. And exhale to round. We'll take a couple more here. Inhale to reach up, open the heart. And exhale to round. We'll take 2 more together. Big inhale, reach up, find length through the side body. Exhale to round the spine. Last one, big inhale, arch the back, reach up. And exhale to round. You can release, roll out through the shoulders, and take some rolls through the neck. So we're going to do a couple stretches here for the upper body for the shoulders. So we're gonna start with our eagle arms. So take an inhale to reach both arms up. And then as you exhale, you're gonna bring the right elbow underneath the left elbow. So you can work to draw the palms together. If the shoulders are feeling tight today, you can also reach for opposite shoulders. So taking your variation, we're just going to take a couple breaths here. So finding a nice stretch between the shoulder blades through the upper back. Deep, full breath. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, you can release, shaking that out, rolling out through the shoulders, forward and back. We'll move into eagle arms on the left side. So big inhale, reach both arms up. This time it's left arm comes under the right. So either working to draw the palms together, or again, taking that option, reaching for the shoulders. Work to keep the shoulders away from the ears. Really breathe into that nice stretch through the back body, the front and back of the shoulders here. And then as you're ready, you can release, shaking out through the arms, rolling out through the shoulders. You can turn the head side to side, release any tension held in the neck. And from here, you can sit your hips over to one side. We're gonna come onto our back, taking our last stretch before we move into our final rest. So lowering down onto the back, allow the soles of the feet to come together and allow the knees to open. You can bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and just allow the eyes to close. Taking this moment here to connect to the breath. Allowing yourself to enjoy these moments of stillness, of deep rest. You can choose to stay in this pose for as long as you would like, choosing to take your final rest here. Or if you would like to take a more traditional Shavasana, I will guide you through. Allowing both hands to come to the outsides of the knees, taking your time, moving slow. Gently draw both knees together. As you're ready, extend one foot out, then the other. Toes will flap open, palms up towards the sky. You can spread the arms and legs wide here. Allow yourself to take up space. Let go of the breath, letting go of the body. Nothing to do, nowhere to be but here, complete rest, relaxation, Shavasana. Slowly begin to allow your next few breaths to be a bit deeper. Beginning to bring some awareness back into the physical body. Begin to wiggle the fingers, the toes. Maybe you turn the head from side to side. Keeping the eyes closed, moving slow. As you're ready, extend your arms long overhead. Long, full body stretch. Really reach to the fingertips, point through the toes. As you're ready, bend one knee, then the other, planting the soles of the feet down onto the mat. Gently roll over onto either side, right or left. Taking a moment to pause here to have gratitude for your health, for your practice. And as you're ready, press your way up back into a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed. We'll finish together, coming back to our breath here in seated meditation. Finding length through the waist, through the side body, shoulders melt down the back. Bring your hands to prayer, Anjali Mudra. We will close together, taking one last deep breath as a group, as a community. Take a deep inhale to fill up. Exhale, let it go at the mouth. Release your hands, allow your eyes to open, coming back into the present moment. Thank you for joining me for stretching. Hope everyone feels good after this practice. Thank you.